If you're invested in NEO, how do you feel? I bet you've got mixed emotions right now. We dropped 7.74% on Friday, but we're still up 6.99% for a week. If you just bought your stock on Thursday or even on the peak of Friday, which someone must have, well, that sucks because you just saw a big drop. But if you're one of these long-term guys, particularly if you got in early last week, last month, about 2-3 months ago, then you're well covered, and this 7% doesn't represent too much. What we're going to do, we're going to take a look at NEO. We're going to take a look at the price chart, see what happened last week, see what I think is going to happen this week. I know we have some exciting news coming up. We also got that short sellers report to talk about. We'll take a look at what analysts are saying. We'll have a look at what we think is going to happen too. We're going to be dropping a lot of juicy information throughout this video, so make sure you stay right through to the end because there's going to be little nuggets of gold right throughout. So if you're watching this, grab your coffee, sit back, relax. Let me do the talking, let me do the research. You just enjoy. What's happening, people? I hope you're all doing well. Dean here. I am not a financial advisor, but I do a lot of research. I love the stock market. I love talking about the stock market. I love researching stocks. So let me do the research, let me do the talking. You just learn, but always do your own research before investing because, as I said, I'm not a financial advisor. Speak to a financial advisor, find someone licensed, find someone that knows your situation and invest wisely. The goal for us on this channel is to all make money. I'm here to make money. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make as much money as possible through investing. So why don't you come along for the ride? I'll give you a little secret. We're pretty good at it. We've picked pretty good companies so far. Again, I'm not an expert, but I do research. It's all available for anyone. The research is there. It takes a lot of time. So if you like the idea of making money, then make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, like this video, and that's what we're aiming to do here. We're going to talk about stocks, we're going to talk about investing strategies, and all the really exciting companies that you like to hear about. And that's why we're starting off today with NEO. All right, here we are in the chart. As you can see, like I was saying, 7.74% drop in a day. We had an initial run up, we hit $53.25, and then we had a big drop, another little bounce back up, another drop, and so on. I think this is profit taking here. I think we got to around here and people started taking their profits. Now let's take a look over the week. Over the week, as you can see, we're still in the green. We're up 6.99%, sure. It would have been a lot better if we finished here. We would have finished at nearly 30% for the week. But 6%, still green. I'm still happy with that. 6.99%, it's more like 7%. I'm still happy with that. Take a look at the monthly chart now. This is what I want to point your attention to. This drop here, 7%, we've seen drops in the past. Here we had a 5.6% drop. Next day, we bounced back. Another 4% drop, another bounce back. Here we had another 4% drop, and guess what happened? Bounce back. Let's look at the 6 month even. Look at these ones. 9% drop. 14% drop. 17% drop. We've had these drops. We've seen drops, but we always tend to come back very shortly after. Then that's what we've seen here. We've seen a bit of a run up, drop. I should say a big run up because that's what it is. We saw another sharp run up, a sharp drop. But as I said, look here, it's the same thing. Up, sharp run up, drop. Then followed by a bigger run up. That's what I'm expecting. I am expecting a big run up in the future. That's what I can see happening. Now here's why I think we saw profit taking. You know the old saying, sell the news. NEO's Q3 earnings are set to release 2020 November 17 after the closing bell. So people are selling the news. A lot of excitement's coming around this because we're all expecting NEO to have good earnings compared to their previous earnings. We're all expecting to see growth. So people are selling the news. People took their profits on Friday and that's what we saw. We saw a 7% drop. Short term, I wouldn't be surprised if we continue to drop on Monday, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Oftenly enough, even with good news, the stock falls. We saw it with Tesla with Battery Day. They came out with some good news, yet we still saw a drop in the share price. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see that with NEO. We can see a drop in the share price with good news. If there's bad news, we can expect a big drop in the share price. I think short term next week, I think next week's going to be quite a volatile week for NEO. But I still think in the next month, in the next 2 months, we can expect to be up. I wouldn't be surprised if whatever short-term drops we have now, we very quickly make them back and then we start breaking through all-time highs. I would not be surprised if we see that at all, particularly if we see good news in their Q3 earnings. Profit taking isn't the only reason we saw that drop on Friday. We've also got Citron making a short sellers report. Citron thinks that anyone buying NIO stock now is not buying a company or its prospects, rather you are buying 3 letters that move on the screen. They're saying that this stock is too hyped up and it's just excitement and hype moving this. They also went on to assign a price target of $25, implying a 48% downside to its last closing price. So these guys are obviously saying we can expect NIO to fall big. And I don't agree with them. I think that if you look at NIO and what they do and what they're planning to do in the future, with China backing them, with all these external factors, we all know EV is the future. We can all see that. NIO is Tesla's biggest competition. There's no one else out there with the autonomy. We know robo-taxis are going to be the future. We know that's just going to be huge upside for these companies. And the only competition, it's just Tesla and NIO. Although Tesla is selling in China and they're making their new vehicles and they're coming out with cheaper vehicles, NIO did a survey and most people recommend them. NIO is positioning themselves as a luxury car manufacturer in China. And these guys will be a problem for Tesla. They will take over the Chinese market, and then they'll start coming into America and start coming into these international markets. NIO's battery swap stations are down to 3 minutes a swap. You can't even fill up your car in 3 minutes. You just go to these stations, they pull out your old battery, put in a new battery, and you're off fully charged, ready to go. And if you're looking to buy a NIO and you want to save some money, you can save around $10,000 by saying, I don't want the battery. You just sign up for their service. You pay monthly, and with this monthly payment, you're basically renting out their battery. You're leasing their batteries, you're leasing the service. So you're paying this money to lease the battery, and then you can go and change the battery. It becomes a form of passive income for them. It's great cash flow. NIO can use that money to grow. It's very smart and it's a win-win because you're saving that initial $10,000 and then NIO locks in not only more profits over the long term, but they have that constant monthly cash flow coming in and they can do a lot with that money. Okay, I don't want to spend too much time going over the price targets because I already did this in a previous video, but we need to talk about it. CNN Business has 17 analysts offering a 12-month price forecast for NIO to have a median price of $155.80. That is insane. We're already up over 1,000% for the year, and they're saying, you know what? We're predicting another 250% in 12 months. Insane returns. If you consider the S&P 500 on average moves 8% a year, we're up 1,000% in a year, and they're saying the average of all the analysts is $155.80 a share. The highest analyst is $310. That is just insane. My personal take on this, $310? No, I don't see that happening. But the 155, if everything works out, it's possible. Me personally, I'm expecting 12 months time, I think we'll be around the $70 mark. I think $70 is safe, but that is still good. That's still a great return. That's a great investment. And of course, a good indicator to where we're going to go and how we're going to get there is going to be our earnings. We'll make a video covering the earnings this week. Make sure you subscribe and wait for that. That will be all for this company, guys. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell because we will be covering some great companies on this channel. And stay tuned because we're going to keep talking about NIO and we're going to have a look at that third quarter results and see, has that changed anything? I am not yet invested in this company. I am definitely going to open a position soon. I'm a long-term investor. I'm not planning to buy this company and sell it in a year. I think 3 years, 5 years, and even then, in 3 to 5 years, China's saying 20% of all vehicles sold will be EV. Even in 3 to 5 years, I can be looking at this company and saying, yeah, you know what? I'm going to keep this company. I might buy more in 3 to 5 years because I'm going to tell myself, well, in the next 5 years, that number could be 50, 60%. Eventually, it's going to be 100%. One day, it will happen. One day, there will be no ICE vehicles produced and all new vehicles will be electric. That's the future. That's why I'm extremely bullish on EV, and I can see NIO and Tesla leading the way. Tesla's ahead, but NIO's not far behind them. Till next time, guys, have a good one.